This is Dr. T. Jani Shubha, Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry. I welcome you all to my today's video lecture. And today's lecture topic is on human rights. This comes under the title Human Population and Environment, and for the course GE 8291 Environmental Science and Engineering. Now let us go into the video. So after completion of this topic, you will be able to identify issues and problems relating to the realization of human rights. So what are human rights? Let us see in detail. First of all, let me define it. Human rights are rights inherent to all human beings, whatever nationality, place of residence, sex, national or ethnic origin, color, religion, language, or any other status. We are all equally entitled to our human rights without discrimination. These rights are all interrelated, interdependent, and indivisible. Now, who governs it? This is governed by the United Nations Human Rights Council, which is abbreviated as UNHRC. Now, let us see the different human rights. Before that, let us see about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was drafted by the UN Commission on Human Rights, chaired by then First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was adopted by the 56 member nations. Now there are 192 member nations of the UN General Assembly on December 10, 1948. Hence, December 10th is celebrated around the world as International Human Rights Day. Now let us go into the human rights and fundamental rights which are guaranteed to all Indian citizens. So these fundamental rights are considered as basic human rights of all citizens irrespective of their gender, caste, religion or creed, and they are guaranteed by the Constitution of India to all Indians. These rights are the vital elements of the Constitution, which was developed by the Constitution of India between 1947 and 1949. The 6 fundamental rights granted to us are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. So let us now look into each of these fundamental rights in detail. First one is right to equality. So what does it say? The right to equality ensures equal rights for all citizens. It prohibits inequality on the basis of caste, religion, place of birth, race, or gender. It also ensures equality of opportunity in matters of public employment and prevents the state from discriminating against anyone in matters of employment on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, descent, place of birth, place of residence, or any of them. The next comes the right to freedom. We should be very happy that we are all granted with a number of freedoms. Let us look into it. A right to freedom provides us with various rights. These rights are freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly without arms, freedom of movement throughout the territory of our country, freedom of association, freedom to practice any profession, freedom to reside in any part of the country. Though we are granted with a number of freedom rights, these rights have their own restrictions. This must be kept in our mind. The next comes the right against exploitation. So this image will show a child being exploited for the cause of earning money. Right against exploitation condemns human trafficking, child labor, forced labor, making it an offence punishable by law, and also prohibit any act of compelling a person to work without wages where he has legally entitled not to work or to receive remuneration for it. unless it is for the public purpose like community services or NGO work. The next comes the right to freedom of religion. We are free to follow any religion. So now what does it say? The right to freedom of religion guarantees religious freedom and ensures secular states in India. The Constitution says that the state should treat all religions equally and impartially and that no state has an official religion. It also guarantees all people the freedom of conscience and the right to preach, practice and propagate any religion of their choice. The next comes the cultural and educational rights. What does it say? Cultural and educational rights protects the rights of cultural, religious and linguistic minorities by enabling them to conserve their heritage and protecting them against discrimination. Educational rights ensure education for everyone irrespective of their caste, creed, religion, etc. Next comes the right to constitutional remedies. So this is the picture of our Supreme Court. The right to constitutional remedies ensures citizens to go to the Supreme Court of India to ask for enforcement or protection against violation of their fundamental rights. The Supreme Court has a jurisdiction to enforce the fundamental rights even against private bodies and in case of any violation award compensation as well as to the affected individual. Now, the Supreme Court has recently added the right to privacy in the fundamental rights. So these are the 6 fundamental rights granted to all Indian citizens. Hope you all must have understood it. And a few important questions are: mention the 6 fundamental human rights of Indians guaranteed to Indian citizens. Write notes on human rights guaranteed by the Constitution of India. So, thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.